12 ordinary men. Not ancient heroes, not scholars or kings, just fishermen, a tax collector, a zealot, and some dreamers. No fame, no fortune. Yet these 12 would help change the course of human history forever. Why did Jesus choose them? Honestly, he could have gone for the top religious experts or the crowd favorites. But Jesus looked for something else, a teachable heart, real struggles, and faith that could grow. Because God's kingdom isn't built on status, but on surrender. He said it himself, "You did not choose me, but I chose you, and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit." Each disciple brought something different: doubt, zeal, loyalty, weakness, passion, showing us that God can use anyone willing to follow. So, who were these men? Peter, bold, impulsive, denied Jesus 3 times but became the rock of the church. James, the son of Zebedee, one of the first martyrs, giving his life for his faith. John, the beloved disciple, author of the Gospel, 3 letters and Revelation. Andrew, quiet, always bringing people to Jesus, a behind-the-scenes evangelist. Philip, curious, sincere, never afraid to ask honest questions. Bartholomew, honest and devoted. Matthew, a tax collector, outsider turned gospel writer, a living example of grace. Thomas, famous for doubt, but later brought the gospel all the way to India. James, son of Alphaeus, quiet, not much known, but faithful. Simon the Zealot, once a political revolutionary transformed by Christ's peace. Thaddeus asked deep questions about Jesus' mission. Judas Iscariot, the betrayer, his story remains a somber warning. They couldn't have been more different, but they were united in one purpose: to spread the message of Jesus. After Jesus rose from the dead, he gave them a mission: go and make disciples of all nations. And what a mission it was. Peter preached at Pentecost, where 3,000 people believed in a single day. Thomas brought the gospel to India. John wrote the last book of the Bible. James was the first to die for his faith. Almost all were martyred, but none turned back. They laid the foundations of the church, wrote scriptures, trained leaders, and performed miracles, turning the world upside down. Let me pause for a second. If you're inspired by how God used these ordinary men, imagine what he might do with your life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more faith-filled stories that bring the Bible to life. Christianity went from a small group in Jerusalem to a global movement. The disciples carried faith through storms, prisons, and persecution. Their teachings became the core of the New Testament. They discipled others, people like Paul, Timothy, and Barnabas, spreading the movement even further. Without the obedience of these 12, the gospel might have never left Israel. Here's the honest truth: each of them had flaws. Peter had pride. Thomas had doubt. Matthew had a past. But Jesus still called them. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. We're not saved just to believe, but to follow, and to leave a legacy of faith. So if Jesus called you today, would you leave everything to follow him? The disciples weren't perfect, but they were faithful. Through them, Christianity was born, and it still transforms lives today. Thanks for watching. Let their story inspire yours. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories of faith, purpose, and hope. Be a disciple. Change the world.